Hey guys, just wanted to make this video, I guess recording and logging my recovery process for my distal bicep reconstruction surgery. I wanted to make this video because I didn't really see a lot of people, or any people to be honest, posting about this version of the surgery that requires an allograft. It's what happens when you wait a little bit too long, longer than the recommended period for a bicep surgery. Usually they ask you to wait maximum 3 weeks, maybe 6. And I got my surgery done 3 months and a change after the event happened. So I guess I was gonna talk about the differences, I suppose. So starting with how this happened, I was in a wrestling match, and during the very early parts of the match, I hit my opponent with a clothesline to the knee, which is a move that I use on a regular basis. And for some reason, this time around, I'm pretty sure I stretched or whatever, but my arm just decided to snap right then and there. I hit the mat and I told the referee that, yeah, my arm was buggered. And he immediately came up to me and was just like, yeah, I heard something like a zipper tear or something like that. So I knew that I wasn't imagining things, and we had to find a way around this injury for the remainder of the match. This is at the very start of the match. There was still a bit of match left, and there was still, the whole time they were talking about maybe we should end it early or something like that. I wanted to finish the match, obviously, because that's what wrestlers do, I suppose. So I finished the match and they took me to the hospital, and it took them, I don't know why, but I saw about 7 doctors, and they all said that my bicep wasn't torn. I guess because of the swelling, because of how it looked. They said it didn't look torn. One of the other wrestlers at the show who had a bicep tear before said I looked like I had a partial tear, which after I took an ultrasound revealed that to be the case. It was a partial bicep tear, which was, I guess, luckier than it could have been. So now, after finally meeting the 8th doctor, who then confirmed, yes, it was a tear, he decided that it was probably necessary, based on like wrestling and like my age, I suppose, that I should probably look to get the surgery if I wanted to get all my strength back. At the time, I was trying to build my strength, and yeah, I kind of agreed that I should. But I didn't want to do it immediately because I had a very important match that was coming up. So I wanted to see if I could hold off on doing the surgery till afterwards, which he was like hesitant about, but he said that he could do it if I decided to go that route, which I did. So I went in maybe 2 weeks after that just to look to see how it had changed over time. He wanted to get a better look to see, understand what happened and understand how it was developing. And that's when he said that based on the way it was torn, it probably wasn't going to get any worse unless I really, really messed it up. But it wasn't going to get any better until I got surgery. So I decided that I should just finish the rest of my wrestling dates throughout the year. I know it's probably not the most responsible thing, but that's what I did. And after the last of my wrestling dates, current wrestling dates, was done, I can go get my surgery. And that's what I did. So on December 4th, I got my surgery. Now we talk about week 1. So if you've had the surgery, you might experience these things, who knows? Day 1, got to the hospital 7 a.m., was in the waiting room until 11 when they finally brought me in. They gave me a bit of a rundown about what's going to happen, and they put me under. And then around 2 p.m. I regained consciousness to find out that everything was already done. So all in all, a lot speedier than I thought. I thought it was going to take about 4 hours. And then I was in the, I guess, recovery room, where I was greeted by multiple people, the doctor included, just wanted to see how things were going. And then, yeah, I was just so groggy, and like I was drifting in and out of consciousness the whole time, so I don't even remember all the people who came to talk to me afterwards. It was a couple of people. And then I believe I left at around 6 because I was just it took so long for me to get some kind of coherence. I had to just chill there for a little bit to try and get myself straight. So finally got home, and then yeah, luckily the hospital was nice enough to give me a bunch of pillows and like juice and stuff like that, because I hadn't eaten all day. The night before, you're not supposed to eat. Yeah, you're not supposed to eat up until 12 hours before. 12 hours before you're not supposed to eat, I believe. I'm probably going to link the actual number in the bottom here. It was all in my brochure, like maybe down there. But I know I wasn't allowed to have water 5 hours before. So no foods, no solids, no nothing. So all I had to eat that day were 4 crackers that they gave to me and some apple juice, which is what I requested. And yeah, so I got home. I was still a bit woozy. Once the surgery was done, they put a nerve block in my arm, clearly, so to make the pain more bearable. And I couldn't open my hand, I couldn't open my arm, I couldn't lift my arm. It was just there, it was just chilling. So that was a new sensation. And they gave me a bunch of pills and stuff to manage the pain, 2 sets of painkillers, and one container of anti-inflammatory that I was supposed to take 4 a day. That was it. So yeah, the first night was a little bit interesting, but I managed to sleep through it. The second night was where it got a little bit weird. The pain increased intensely. I felt like my arm was about to explode at any given time, but it was fine. The pain shot to about 7 maybe. Day 3 was quite calm. It was actually probably the best day of the week, to be honest. I felt the most normal. The feeling in my fingers started to come back, so I could finally like move them. Day 4 was rotten. I'm guessing that every 2 days the injury just decides to be a menace for some freaking reason. Yeah, I just couldn't get comfortable, couldn't sleep. Day 5 was the Monday. Pretty plain day. I had a bit of an issue with the cast. I guess I had an allergic reaction to something, maybe the disinfectant that they put on, so I had to get the cast replaced. Day 6, I had this shooting pain that was running up and down my forearm. And it got to the point where I couldn't even open my hand. I can do it now, but I thought that something was dislodged or something went wrong. Fortunately for me, according to the doctor, that's just incredibly normal. So if this happens to you, now you know. Fast forward, nothing really of note happened until today. This is day 10. On day 14, on Wednesday, as I film this right now, it's Friday night. So on Wednesday, I will have my cast potentially removed and then move on to the next stage, whatever that may be. So when that happens, I'll make another video to record about week 2, I suppose. See what happens there. So yeah, that should be about it. Now you know. I'll upload this when I upload this. See you guys in a week. Bye.